Hi, sweet soul. Welcome back to my channel. I wanted to share another tarot reading. This one is just going to be a quick one, just to share some insights that I've kind of been hearing recently, but I will be doing the pick a cards soon. I just wanted to share this as I'm sick, but somebody said this to me recently and it really shook me to my core, is that you downplay yourself a lot. Doesn't that sound like crazy? Like, you downplay yourself a lot. And I just think that, we question, I feel like this really resonated. So maybe it'll resonate with you as well. But I just think, we question a lot, if we're enough for things, like, for anything, right? Like, we question are we a good partner, are we good at our job, are we good at school, or are we good at our self-worth and everything like that, right? But we don't, I don't know, I feel like a lot of the time we don't, we know we have, we're able. Sometimes maybe you don't know that you're capable and you have the strength to do the thing and overcome all the obstacles. You have that inner strength and the inner passion and the confidence that you've got to own your worth. And I feel like this is really showing in the cards, in the Queen of Pentacles, and just the nurturance and just overall the good the good vibes. We're generous to others, but we're not generous to ourselves. We don't pour in, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes we're not as balanced in that way. In the temperance, how it shows kind of like that, even shows a flow, an openness, right? But we're not always in harmony with ourselves. Where sometimes we have to pour into other areas a bit more. And I just think that somewhere out there somebody needs to hear that you're incredibly thoughtful, you're incredibly capable, you're incredibly worthy, right? You're incredibly just, I don't know, creative or passionate or, humble, whatever it is. I just think that, the world, you need to share yourself to the world, and also, not to downplay yourself. But you need to recognize that yourself, I guess is what I'm trying to say, right? You need to first know in yourself that you don't need to question it, right? You are you are enough. And I think you've got to believe it, right? And I think that's something so interesting in the cards here, right? Whether you can interpret the cards how you like, of course. I just think I think this is interesting how everything is so light and this one's a little bit blue, because sometimes we just think there's something, maybe not right about us, or there's something just different. How people they're not lazy, but they're not motivated. I guess it's just that people put a lot of focus onto how to do something or how to be someone, but they don't go out and do it, right? And I feel like the cards are really saying you have the strength, you have the capability, and all of that can come together. You can do it. I think so. I think you just have to, these two cards also really hit. I feel like you just have to, uncover, beneath the surface lies great bounty. You just need to open up that box or that kind of treasure, right? Or not treasure, but you can you take the key, you open it up, and you find out, you discover what's out there. Ooh, you just find out what's out there. And it's kind of like a new leaf, kind of new wave of it's just a new turn, right? You're finally feeling that balance, you've gotten the strength to move across, maybe I'm pouring into all these cups, but I can finally pour into my own cup, and it can finally feel just good. I feel for the first time, or maybe in a long time, I feel centered, I feel grounded, I feel my needs are being met. I feel that's really what's showing here, right? You like don't downplay yourself. Like you have so much to offer, not just the world, but to yourself, right? So don't downplay yourself. You can, you can do a lot. Obviously, you can't do it all, but I feel like you can definitely achieve like what you want to achieve, right? You just gotta believe in yourself, which sounds so like cliche, but that is the truth. I guess in this case, it is like you have to believe that you can open that key, that you can take the key and you can open it to like see and discover all that's out there for you, right? It's like a beginning of a revolution, like a new kind of wave, I guess, a new cycle, a new beginning. It really is. So I just wanted to share that with you. I just feel like someone out there, you downplay yourself a lot. So stop that. Don't downplay yourself. I just feel like, especially as we move towards, like, as we're inching closer to towards the end of the year into the new year, that I feel like, if anyone's feeling that kind of uncertainty, like the downplayment, you're putting your eggs in too many baskets, that, the saying, don't put all your eggs, man, I cough a lot, but don't put your eggs all in one basket. I feel like in this case, you got to put it into the most important ones, right? What matters to you the most, right? Because you got to fill you first. You got to put yourself first. And, give yourself that nurturance and that guidance and just, that stability. And I feel like that's where your growth happens. And I feel like that's where you start to feel more confident and just feel like life is good. There's like a new kind of wave out there for you, and that's going to happen for you. And I feel like you just got to grab onto it and take it and run with it, roll with it. And I feel like you really feel like just good in yourself and your soul. So yeah, don't downplay yourself, because, you got to believe in yourself, even though it sounds corny, but you do, okay? So that's what I wanted to leave you with. But I thought we'd pull a card this time, because last time we didn't. So I thought we'd get some guidance from the Whispering Woods just to end off today. See what we have for you. And yeah, I'll be back to pick a card soon, hopefully. I'm just coughing a lot. Every time I talk, I cough every 2 minutes. So it's definitely hard, but please just hopefully patient with me. And I guess we'll just pick this. Otherwise, I'll be shuffling for days. But we have humility. Flowers are unaware of each other's beauty. They bloom regardless. Wow. I mic drop, right? Flowers are unaware of each other's beauties. They bloom regardless. Hello? I'm just going to leave that there. Bloom regardless. Enough said, right? Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.